then say parak, or you put the last parak development. So knowledge for holistic development, performance, assessment, analysis, review. Thank you very much, and we invite you to please go ahead for transformation of assessment practices and equivalence of the school board. Now equivalence is another problem because we all boards are located in different states, different regions, and we all have got a different geographical background, not only geographical, even economic background. And with reference to SED of National Policy on Education, this will be a challenging task. Not many more tasks are there. We'll discuss it later on as far as boards are concerned. But let us here give Professor Indrani a warm welcome. Please clap. Welcome, Professor Reddy.
Thank you. And I would have really loved to be there in the physical mode, but due to my preoccupations, I am unable to be there, and I apologize for the same. At the very onset, again, you know, the being online has certain limitations, so I am not really able to, see who all are in the this conference. But as per the schedule that has been shared with me, I would really like to, thank all the dignitaries who have been present in the first session, in the former session, and of course in this session, my very good friend and colleague and former NCERT faculty, Professor Gupta ji, for chairing this session, and the co-chair, again, I wouldn't know actually if they are there, so Dr DD Reddy, Director of Government Examination, Board of Secondary Education, Andhra Pradesh, and I also would like to, say hello to my another friend, Mrs. Ghosh, from President COBSE and Chairperson Nagaland Board, and of course the coordinator of this program, Dr. Kuldeep Agarwal, for giving me this opportunity to deliver this keynote address. Thank you so much. With this, if I have missed someone, so of course my kindly accept my apologies. Like I said, that I really am at a disadvantage being online and not being there physically. So MEP 2020 talks about transforming assessment, and what are the points that MEP 2020 have really documented as regard to assessment? I am not going to paraphrase them in the event that they get distorted. So I'm going to state as it is what is given in the document. First of all, it says that all students to take school examination in grade 3, 5 and 8, which will test achievement of basic learning outcomes and application of knowledge in real life situation. So this will be a competency based, which will happen in grade 3, 5 and 8, and it is said that this will be done by an external agency. Second, we all know MEP 2020 talks about the board exams for grade 10 and 12 will be made easier and will test core capacities and competencies. Now, what exactly do we mean by easier? Is it that we are lowering the difficulty level, or we are making some use of different strategies so that the stress is reduced from the board examination? So, NEP 2020 talks about introducing different strategies. It says that the board needs to make some changes in its functioning. Viable models of board exams such as annual, semester, modular to be developed, offering all subjects. Progress card needs to be developed, and these progress card has to be holistic to assess the holistic development, 360-degree, multi-dimensional report card that will reflect the progress and the uniqueness of each learner in the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain. This is basically related to the school-based assessment that I as a teacher need to do in the classroom. Teachers to be prepared for transformation in assessment system by the 2022-23 academic session, and the National Assessment Center to be set up for setting norms, standards, and guidelines for student assessment and evaluation for all recognized school boards. So these are the main pointers given by NEP 2020 for transforming assessment. So as per NEP 2020, product has been developed and it is functioning. It is functioning as a constituent unit of NCERT. We have in NCERT another constituent unit like the CIET. So in the formation of product that has come up from the MOE, it says that it has to work as a constituent unit within NCERT like CIET. Product, as you all know, stands for performance assessment. So we are assessing the performance. We are reviewing it. It is the analysis of knowledge for holistic development. So this is the full form of PARA, and PARA, like I said, has been established in NCERT. The quote from the national for PARA as given in NEP 2020 that the PARA, the National Assessment Center, is to be set up as a National Assessment Center PARA, performance assessment, review and analysis of knowledge for holistic development. It is a standard setting body in NEP 2020 it is mentioned as MHRD and not MOE because MOE came later. So MHRD that fulfills the basic objective of setting norms, standards and guidelines for student assessment and evaluation for all recognized school boards of India, guiding the state achievement survey and undertaking the national achievement survey, monitoring achievement of learning outcomes in the country, and encouraging and helping school board to shift their assessment patterns towards meeting the skill requirements of the 21st century in consonance with the stated objective of this policy. The center will also advise school boards regarding new assessment patterns and latest practices among school boards for ensuring equivalence of academic standards among learners across all school boards. So this is what exactly has been given in NEP 2020 as regard to PARA. So PARA will be actually working in the area of learning assessment, starting from classroom assessment, the board examination, and the large-scale achievement surveys. Just give me some time. The mandate of product and the function of product that tends to cover above NEP 2020. It talks about strengthening of the large-scale achievement survey, the capacity building as per the NEP 2020, setting standards and collaborate the goals. Now, when we are talking about the learning assessment, the learning assessment can be broadly classified in 3 different areas. That is the large-scale assessment, the high-stake assessment, and the school-based assessment. The large-scale assessment gives us system-level reflection. And these examples are the, sorry, I've got a bad throat, so. Large-scale assessment examples are the, at the national level are the National Achievement Survey, and very recently, which all the states participated in the State Educational Achievement Survey, which was held on 3rd of November. Then we have the high-stake assessments, that is the board examination, grade 10 board examination, grade 12 board examination, the entrance exam to professional degree colleges, and we have the school-based assessments. Let me start with the school-based assessment and how the transformation in the assessment is envisaged to the school-based assessment. So, in the school-based assessment, the entire focus is a 360-degree assessment of the child. We are not just limiting to the cognitive capacity. We are not just limiting to the teacher assessing the child, but then we are looking into the all other domain as well. If you have seen the NCERT-FS and the NCERT-SC, in the NCERT-FS the domains have been given. And in NCERT-SC, the learning standards have been identified. So, based on the domains and the learning standards, Prof has prepared the holistic progress card. And these holistic progress cards have been prepared for the foundation stage, for the preparatory stage, for the middle, and or the secondary. Like you know that the competencies that we are expecting to be developed at the foundation stage will be very different from those at the preparatory and the middle and the secondary. So accordingly, the progress card is also different. And these progress cards that Prof has developed has totally aligned itself to the NCERT-FS and the NCERT-SC. In this, we are also talking about not just the teacher assessment, but how the parents can be involved in the assessment process, the peers, the peer assessment, and also most importantly, the self-assessment. So we are looking at the achievement by the learner from all the angles. So we are also talking about the different strategies that needs to be used for assessing the learners, and along with the different strategies, we also are making use of the different techniques all these are available in the holistic progress card. When we have given the holistic progress card, along with the holistic progress card, we have also given a detailed document on how to fill up the holistic progress card. And all these things is based on a very technical model of evidence-centered assessment design. NEP 2020 also talks about transforming the examination, especially the board examinations, and the things that has been outlined there are, first is 2 chances to take the board examination. To reduce the high-stakes nature of the process, each student can take 1 main exam and an important exam if desired. A system of annual, semester, modular board exams could be developed. Subjects could be offered at 2 levels. Choice of subjects, students can decide which subjects they want to take for the board exam based on their interest, and reducing the curriculum to 4 competencies to encourage holistic development, to move away from the practice of rote learning. These are the suggestions that have been made by NEP 2020, and based on these suggestions, Parak has been working in collaboration with the school boards. We have had collaboration with 30 school boards, and we are coming out with the document on equivalence. Along with that, like I said, that another way the assessment, the learning assessment can be used to monitor and supervise the progress is the large-scale assessment. And this large-scale assessment, it does not reflect the unique learning by the child. It is not for the assessing the child, but it is done to assess the system. And when I'm talking about the system, as a system, the block can be a system, the district can be a system, the state can be a system, the nation can be a system. So how the systems are working as regard to the educational progress. So we use very elaborate techniques and procedures in the National Achievement Survey that we do to analyze the data and finally come out with the report. These are some of the steps that are used in the National Achievement Survey. The holistic progress card, like I said, that we Parak is working on for the holistic progress card for all the 4 stages. And in this, of course, another thing very interesting is that all the important, like point-based pedagogy and using the Indian knowledge system, then experiential learning, all these have been incorporated in the HPC. So the exemplars have also been given for the teachers to develop, but then during the training sessions with the teachers, we are emphasizing that they need to contextualize the example as per the environment. The recent large-scale achievement survey that we have done is for grade 3, 6, and 9, and this is a huge work that we did. We have just completed the administration. Now we are working on the report. More than 80 lakh students participated pan-India for this achievement survey, and I'm really grateful to all the state coordinators, our boards also for helping and for making this a huge success. Only two major subjects, that is language and mathematics, were assessed in this achievement survey. And why 3, 6 and 9? Because 3 will give us the idea about what competencies have been developed after the foundation, 6, the competencies developed after preparatory, and 9, the competencies developed after middle. So that's why we had taken 3, 6 and 9, and we are hoping that the reports will be coming out soon, and it will be in the public domain. The report will be block-wise, so there are more than 7,500 blocks in the country, so those many reports will be available in the public domain. This was the sample size. The collaboration with the educational boards, the members present in the conference today are also aware that we did have at first the national level consultative meeting with all the educational boards, and then we followed it up with the regional workshops wherein we had developed a questionnaire and a question paper analysis template which was filled in by all the 40 boards, and now we have also completed the analysis. The reporting has also been, the report has also been drafted. Right now it's a draft report. We are again inviting the board to come and have a view the draft that we have developed and getting suggestions from them. The Sikkim Open Board and the Goa Board, Uttarakhand Board and the CISC were also there recently. We are going to have another workshop with the other boards as well. We will be finalizing this document, and in all probability, by 10th of December, and this document will also be available in the public domain. It will have the guidelines for how the equivalence to be achieved by the different boards. And when we talk about equivalence, we are not looking at cloning of the board, we are not looking at uniformity in the boards. So with that, I come to the end of my discussion, and thank you so much, and I would be very happy to take any questions that are there. Thank you so much.
The house is open for the questions. If you have got any, please. Please go ahead. I think mic can be. Please.
So I'll ask this.
आगे वाली सीट पे आ जाओ, आपके आगे चल रहा है। I think Dr. Yadav from Haryana Board, am I correct?
Yes, absolutely right, sir. Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Now my question to Indrani Bhagruj is this. Here suggested there shall be 2 board examination in a year. So is it that we need to go entirely for all the subjects? Is it mandatory or is it optional for the students? Another question is, in case of child wants to have the best of scores from the first attempt and the best of scores for the second attempt, is it possible to consider? So I request Indrani ji to answer these questions.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. Like I said that we have
Please switch off your mic.
developed. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, please, Indrani, continue.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. Like I said that we have developed the guidelines, but they are still draft. We are working with the boards because, if Parak formulates something and which is not feasible, which is not workable, then it is no use of formulating that if it is not implemented. So we are working with the boards to finalize. But like you are aware that CBSE has already started with 2 examination. They have already declared that, and they will be conducting 2 examination in all the papers, and they will be giving the child, like you said, that 2 attempts, and the best will be taken.
One more question, ma'am. This examination, right, Board of School Education Haryana also has declared it, and we shall also be conducting in the coming Feb, March and May of the June. Is it that there is some time which has been scheduled, means during this time will be, we have decided it in Feb, March and then June, July?
That is the decision of the board.
No, I don't think they have finalized. They have come out with the dates as of now. CBSE has not, but they have just announced that 2 will be conducted.
The reason why we decided these dates was that the students can get advantage of the best course in CUET or any other competitive examination where the weightage of the board marks is given to them. This is our submission. Thank you, ma'am. Great.
Wonderful, wonderful. And like I said that we will be conducting a meeting to kind of deliberate with the boards about what we have prepared the guidelines, and in those guidelines I think these nitty-gritties can also be added. If you find that some things are missing, so it can also be added.
Now, I may also contribute that.
Madam, one more question from...
1 minute, please. I may also contribute. I understand that all boards of the country are conducting 2 examinations. One is the main examination and there is the supplementary examination. Now, if this has been formalized in the system in terms of the mandate given to us by the National Policy on Education, where is the freedom? We have to implement the National Policy on Education. And what is so new, certain of course technicalities may be there in terms of, I don't know, earlier as far as my knowledge is concerned, we were making 6 sets of question paper. Not only this, I know that for any particular time, 3 sets of question papers were printed. One for the main examination, one for the supplementary examination, and one for any contingency. And please note that we are very expert in creating situations which has got exceptions. So I strongly feel that all boards have to prepare for it. Thank you very much. Please go ahead for the second question.
Madam, when you are giving equivalence certificate, why can't you consider a unique number and prepare it? Because there are so many bogus boards which are considering. So by the COBSE itself, you can create a unique number even though you are not considering the syllabus equivalent. Why can't the board can be considered to be equivalent?
A minute, please identify yourself. Please identify yourself.
I am Anand from Karnataka Board, Bangalore.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
While creating equivalence certificate, why can't it be considered to be the unique number or scanning process by the COBSE itself?
No, like you know that when we are considering, when Padak is preparing the equivalence, it is not just looking at the scores obtained in the board examination. It is looking at the opportunities that the boards are providing to the child. So it is in consonance with the opportunities and the scores obtained. Because the scores obtained by the child cannot be seen in isolation. If I as a board do not provide the child the opportunities, then how will the child the equivalence be achieved? So we are looking at the functioning of the board as well as the scores. So they are not the scores are not seen in isolation when we are working. And Karnataka, like I said, that we will be holding this meeting, and you will be informed, and you can come along and give your suggestion there. It can be deliberated on.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Let me also contribute to this issue. Now, please recall the 5 pillars which have been given to us by the National Policy on Education or National Education Policy 2020. One of the components is quality. And when I am thinking in terms of the quality should be comparable to the world standard, because India is going to produce the capable persons who can handle the world situation, right from NASA to our own space mission. It means that we have to maintain the quality of the world standard as well as quality within the country also. Now, if we have to maintain the quality within the country, and we have to maintain its comparability, so a child from the village, a child from the city, a child from the capital, and a child from the India must be able to compete with any child of the world. That is the quality dimensions which are given to us by the NP. Therefore, my submission is that please think in terms of this when we are establishing the equivalence. Earlier this question didn't arise. Why this question is arising? Because a student from Kerala, a student from other states, they are getting 100% marks and they are coming to Delhi for the admission in Delhi University. It's all right. Because of this only, the NTA has come. So again, the same question. We are comparing for the universities also, but we are limiting ourselves to school sector only. And please also note that. We are also discussing this with reference to the structure. Earlier we were struggling from the Asar report, take the clue, or from the Prach-Tiji report, or from the Prave, that our children, they are deficient in reading, writing and arithmetic, which we are calling 3R. Now that is not the case, because at the foundation level itself, in class 1 and 2, we are taking care of this. And therefore, this type of system is there. Therefore, again, you know, when coming to the question which has been raised by the Professor Kuldeep Kumar, that how it is that ministry has invited us. Because now, the nation as a whole. Okay, any other question, friends?
So there is one more question, Dr. Yadav from Board of School Education, Haryana, Chairman. Okay, I'll speak out from here only. The question is that we have been talking about holistic assessment and one report card for class 3rd, 5th and 8th. That is, prepared has been developed. My question is basically to Indrani Bhadurji. Then we talk of census assessment in these classes at 3rd, 5th and 8th level. Is it that these are to be conducted by NCERT or by the Boards of School Education Survey? Then, is it certifying in nature or it is going to be diagnostic in nature? These two questions.
Yeah, thank you for this question. Actually, regarding this, we were having a meeting with Secretary Ministry of Education yesterday only, and CBSE was also present, and we were deliberating on this. It is, like I said, that it is very specifically mentioned that it has to be an outside agency in the district or in the state. So of course, this will be a diagnostic thing, and being a diagnostic, it has to be competency based. It will be census based, but then it is not a large-scale assessment that Parag does. It will be something different from that, because this is a census-based assessment that will happen. Parag, when we do a diagnostic, like I said, that when we did the State Educational Achievement Survey, or when we do the NAS, there we are doing it on a sample, because I am not looking at the unique child. I am looking at the systems. So this will be something different, and this, in all probability, the states only will have to assign someone to do it, but then it will not be done by the school system. That means it will not be done by the teachers, because teachers have evaluated them. Now, to see whether whatever the teachers have evaluated are in actual sync, so it will kind of, validate what the teachers have done. So this will be done by an outside agency from the school, and this will be competency based, but the reporting that has been told that in this case, the individual child's reporting will not be there, but then it will all the children will be participating in this examination. The reporting will be done at the school level.
Ma'am, agreed, but it's very specifically mentioned. Even then, individual child's performance, which is diagnostic in nature, once done, has to be conveyed to the parent and the school head and the teacher, so that the improvement in the child performance can be brought about. As far as census assessment is concerned, its definition itself goes that it is a large-scale assessment. So my request is here to clarify that it has to be disclosed. Okay, it could be diagnostic for the education department to bring about a paradigm shift in the assessment system and teaching learning pedagogical processes. But I suppose either this should be given to the NCERT or the boards, which are, I think, the third agencies for census assessment. Thank you.
I think that
you are right. Like you said, that it will be used to improve the achievement of the child, and it will be used to identify the gaps that are there, and it will be conveyed. But like the grade 10 and the grade 12 report, it will not be coming out with the individual child's report card, will not be given to the child.
I think that this is...
Are you getting the difference between the two?
Yes, ma'am. I can understand that 10th and 12th are their certification in nature. They are the certificate examination, and this will be diagnostic test.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very clear. Thank you.
But of course, like you said, that it can be done by the NCERT or the board.
Yes.
Because it is for the individual child.
Yeah, though, but what we understand is that CBSE is conducting for grade 8 because they have already communicated to its affiliated schools.
That dichotomy we will discuss later.
Yeah.
I understand your point. I get your point.
Right. Okay,
yes.
fine. Thank you.
We are not getting into yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Any other?
Friends, any other question? We have some questions
yes,
here.
Sir. Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yes, please.
Hanji. Thank
Please
you.
identify yourself.
Yeah. Sir, I am Seema Arora from Punjab School Education Board. I am in charge open schooling, and I have question regarding that. Is Parak has any guidelines for examination of open schooling also, and there should be some different guidelines or different system of these children, because assessment of these children, they should be assessed differently. I think so.
And Nidhi ji, right? No, I didn't get
Seema
it.
Arora.
Ji,
Seema ji.
Ji.
Seema ji, we have, when we did this equivalent study, we have involved the open boards also. Like I told you that Kuldeep has been very much a part and parcel of this study, and he has also seen the document which we have developed, and like I said, that we are in the process of finalization, and whatever we do, it will be in collaboration with all the state boards of, all the boards. So whatever decisions, whatever guidelines are finalized by Parak will not be done in isolation. It will be done in consonance, in collaboration with all the boards. But then we will be guided by NEP 2020.
thank you so much.
Now, my submission is that, Madam Seema Arora, NCERT as such and the national policy, we do not discriminate between either it is open schooling or the system schooling, because the open schooling is also a system. The answer of this question is also lies in a report published by the Pratichi. Now, Pratichi was an organization which was established by Amartya Sen, and this organization conducted a study of children who have got education in the regular system of the Paschim Bengal board and the privately or part of the system taught by the Shikshak Sevak, Shikshak Sevika. We all know the salary of the primary teacher,